Alright, let's go find Norma. Norma, how you doing? You never stop coming. Alright. Surrounded by zombies, and even if she played with her shotgun, he seemed to never stop coming. Bones burn on her bonfire. Alright. We're getting rid of them all together. Oh, Nora, defend her home. Okay.
Yeah. You'd think these wet bits would just fizzle on the bonfire, but no. They sparkle like kindling wood. That's heartening. Ah, geez, what a mess. Good thing I'm not particular. Now I'm used to getting my hands dirty. Fish guts, childbirth, sutures, the dead. Yeah, maybe I was born for this work.
Hey,
Finola. Right. Nobody's made for this ungodly work. Except maybe this old thing. So I kill and I chop and I burn, but there's more of them every day, and I feel like I'm pushing a very big stone up a very steep mountain, and it keeps rolling back down. What do you call that? Sisyphean? Or is that when you get a...
I'm doing good. How are you today?
My idea of culture...
It's always a good day when we can stream, you know?
Not ancient Greek mythology. Well, the old gal ain't a proper match for everything that turns up on my doorstep. Seems she's too much for most of it. Spreads a bone of dead man's guts all over the place. There's no time to gather it all up before we're right back up in the thick of it. And they never stop coming. They never stop coming.
You do go on a bit there, Norma. Alright, let's go kill some zombies then. As if we haven't been doing that all day. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm out of energy. Oh, hello. Trying to log in the game, it crashed. Oh, did it really? Have you been able to log in before? So I didn't seem to have a problem, so I don't know if it's, I don't think there's a network issue or anything like that. There we go. Oh, okay, so they do damage defenses. You could just be skipping down the street, kill it, all of a sudden it goes black and you're back. Ah, really? Yeah, I've only played a couple of times so far. I don't think I've had... My issues I've actually had were not being able to... Oh, what's this? Not actually being able to run it or stream it on... my older system here, but fortunately with this newer system I got now, it's smooth sailing. Just what I always wanted, zombie parts. Oh joy. Yeah, I got back I think back March. I actually ended up getting I had to get one. Especially if I was going to try to keep streaming. From the sea, fast moving, and cultists. Oh my god, we gotta kill zombies up the wazoo now. Yeah, I ended up getting a new, what is it, Dell desktop, which is nice, because, well, ever since I actually started streaming 6 years ago, I, using an XPS 17 laptop. And it did all right, you know. But there's been, you know, more and more it's getting to the point to where there's too many games now. I just can't play or stream. I can play most of them, but I just can't stream them while I'm playing them. Secret World happened to be the one where I couldn't do either. I couldn't even play it. It was just brutal to try to play it on that laptop. Oh yeah, it definitely makes a difference. World of difference. I mean, there were even a couple of indie games I wasn't able to play just because the performance was so bad till I got this thing. But it's, yeah, I mean, the XPS, I had that even before 2013. The thing is, it's probably like 8 years old now. Because I ended up getting a laptop through the Dell outlet site, nice and cheap. Because before that, what was I using before that? An old. I wasn't streaming before that, but for my gaming rig, I was using an old Dell Vostro 200, which is about 11 years old now. And then I still have my EliteBook, the EliteBook 8440. I've streamed on that one before, but I can't really, there's not a whole lot I can stream on it. But yeah, the XPS 17 got me through, you know, really six years, the first 6 years of streaming. And did that 2 years ago and got mine. Never, yeah. Like I said, I definitely, I had to get it if I really wanted to keep streaming. So, you know, it just gives me the opportunity to just be able to say, okay, just basically pick any game at this point and say, all right, let's give this a shot. Where before it's like, nah, I can't, because either the system can't stream it or it just can't play it at all. So, again, I think I picked this one up on the Dell outlet too. So it's, yeah, that's right. It was this thing was a scratch and dent. I think this is an 8930, I think. And it was a scratch and dent. So Dell Outlet has treated me well the last couple of systems. In fact, the last 3 systems I picked up off of it. Because before I got this thing, I actually bought a wife for my wife and older daughter.
Daddy, what game is this called?
This is called Secret World Legends, and Inspiron 5577.
You haven't played this before?
Because they were using my old Vostro 1700, which was just, it was dead at that point. So I got that for them. So in fact, this system, their laptop, and my XPS 17 all came off the Dell Outlet site, and they were like practically half price from a new system. So it paid off in the end. It definitely pays off. Yeah, see, 8 to 9 years old. Yeah, that's 8 to 9 years old for PCs is like ancient history at this point. The way technology is now. The only thing I don't like about it is that all right, hold on a second. The only thing I don't like about it is that you have to. It has Windows 10 on it, which I haven't run into too many problems with Windows 10 right now. I have to say Windows 10 is better than Windows 8, which I never even used. I have Windows 7 on my laptop, and their laptop came with 10. But yeah, Windows 7 I think has been the sweet spot for Windows operating systems at this point. Kept my old one, which still works fine, which you can use in case heaven forbid. Yeah, see, that's exactly. I still because the problem I have now with Windows 10 is that, of course, naturally Microsoft had to go and throw Hyper-V on it, and of course Hyper-V does not play well with pretty much any old VM operating system.
Hurricane getting into your stream.
What's that, Abs?
There's a hurricane in your stream.
No, there's not a hurricane.
It's just a storm in your stream.
Yeah. Oh, that does look stormy. So all the virtual machines I can run. I've got was it Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows Millennium, Windows XP, and I've got Windows 7. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the Windows 7 box or VM ported over. So I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to play some of my VM only games, which are some of the older ones.
A hurricane's even louder than talking.
Yes, a hurricane's very loud.
Like this, boom!
Is there a timer here? Okay. All right, let's just shoot things. So that's the problem I've got now, is that I have a lot of older games from the 80s and the 90s. I'm talking. You gotta stop talking when I'm talking. That I have to play in a VM because they won't play on a Windows 7 or obviously Windows 10 either. Oh no, I got Windows Millennium. Yep, I got that in the virtual machine. In fact, the Windows 98 machine, the Windows Millennium machine, and one of the Windows XP VMs I have are all ones that were nice. Yeah, see, I had Millennium on an old Acer laptop. From way back when. That was back from like 2003, 2004. And it's funny, that thing would blue screen all the time. That thing would just blue screen all the time for no reason. And I always thought it was something I did until I found out, yeah, Windows Millennium sucked. Gateway? I actually had a gateway. That was when I used to work at a bowling center back in the 90s, and we ended up with a
hurricane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta get back in here. All right, I've got to defeat undead excavator. All right, I gotta go find the excavator. Oh, and Father Appleby. And so yeah, we ended up that it was an old Gateway 2000, and it still works. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Windows 98 machine that I actually converted into virtual, I still have the physical machine. It's an old HP Pavilion. In fact, I had an old laptop it was the old laptop I converted. An old Windows 98 laptop that was an HP Pavilion. I converted that. But I also have an old desktop that's Windows 98 that I still have running.
That the orange arrow is you.
But yeah, that Gateway, it was a Gateway 2000, and when we first bought it for the bowling center, it had Windows 3.1 on it.
That orange arrow is you.
Yeah. And then we ended up upgrading it to Windows 95 when Windows 95 came out. And then the last year I worked at the bowling center, I ended up buying a new system for the center that had Windows XP on it. And I ended up taking the Gateway home with me. Because what I ended up wanting to do was throw in an old 5.25-inch floppy drive in it. Because I got a whole bunch of games that are still on 5.25-inch floppies And I wanted to see if I could get that up and running and start playing them again. And I did for a little while, and then I ended up doing. I think I wanted to put another disk drive or something in the thing, where I wanted to upgrade the power supply. Right, I was doing something to it, and I had the case open, and I was fiddling around with the power supply, and there was a grounding wire or something on the power supply that was just hanging loose. And I just banged that, and it hit the motherboard, and there was this pop. I heard this pop and smelled the smoke from the silicone burning. I'm like, oh, frick, man. I ended up shorting out the motherboard. I'm like, damn it. And ended up killing the machine. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, God, I would hate that stuff. I would get a...
Pre-searing Regent Valley as well. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I would get the pool
It actually
water
does
out.
look like Regent Valley. Yep.
I would let the pool water out if that would happen.
Yeah, I know, Abs. But, yeah, that gateway was nice. And I ended up... I ended up getting an old system off of eBay. An old Windows 3.0 system off of eBay. That had a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive on it. So I used that thing for the longest time to play my old wizardry games and that kind of stuff. But then it stopped powering up. So I suspect the... power supply went dead on that one, so I was kind of sad when that thing stopped powering up, because I really love that old Windows 3.0 system. Miss my E-machine. Back then it purred playing City as Heroes. Nice. Nice.
Who's that?
Yeah, I just can't... I just can't get rid of my old systems, unless they are absolutely. In fact, I still have that old 3.0 Windows 3.0 system, so I just can't bring myself to get rid of it, because until I can figure out if I got one of the other old boxes back here that I can throw in a 5 1/4 inch floppy. I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. Because I have dreams one day of actually being able to get it to work again, which will never happen, but I can still think I can. Oh yeah, absolutely, part of the gaming history. Yep. You know, I started playing wizardry on the old Commodore. In fact, I think it was my friend had a Commodore. I think he had a Commodore and IBM, either one. He was the one that actually introduced me to wizardry. We started playing wizardry together on his system. And then I think our first computer was actually an Aquarius. We had the good old Aquarius with the small blue rubber keys on the keyboard. And that one I ended up getting... we had a couple of games for that. But the one I distinctly remember the most was also one that I think was available for the Intellivision, if I'm not mistaken. It was called Utopia. And it was just like this little, like sort of island city, very, very shallow city building simulator type thing. Island building. It had 2 islands on it, and you could build up islands. You could plant. I remember you could plant farms. You could put up castles to fend off rebels. But yeah, I love that game. It was called Utopia. That was an awesome game.
I have something too that I got rid of. I had this old computer that broke, so I got rid of it.
Oh, you got rid of it? Okay, Abs. Commodore. Our first video game was on the computer my parents bought called ColecoVision Atom. Oh wow, it still works. Nice. Nice.
I want to see it.
See, when you say ColecoVision, I think of the little handheld football game. I used to have one of those. I ended up selling it on eBay. It still worked. It still worked when I sold it like 20 years ago.
Do I smell like yogurt?
Yes, you smell like yogurt.
Because I ate yogurt.
Oh, you ate yogurt? Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, you biggie. You're going to put out the fire.
No, I'm burning body parts in the fire. More. But yeah, it was fine. Our first computer was the Aquarius. Our first console was the Intellivision.
You're making it even bigger.
Oh, look at that then.
You're burning.
I just have to go back there and examine the... Oh, hold on. Oh, over there. Okay. I do... Oh, okay, I gotta get over there. All right. Oh, no, I don't think I saw that. Trying to think if I heard something about that, but I don't think I did. So I guess that's like what did Nintendo like the old or new, was it SNES or something that they came out with? What was that, a year or two ago? Yeah, retro console. That's yeah. So I know Nintendo has the retro SNES that has a bunch of the old games on there. Oh, I gotta go. Oh crap! Who did I aggro? Oh, those guys. All right. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if I don't think I've heard about the Commodore one. That would be I'd have to look into that, because that would be interesting to grab up if they got some old games on there.
Daddy, you're at the beach.
Yeah, I'm at the beach.
Oh, can you go in the water?
I don't know. I could try.
Yeah, you can go in the water.
Yep, I can go in the water.
Can you go underwater?
I don't think I can go underwater in this one. I think we just float on the surface.
Yeah, you can actually go in the...
Yeah, because if they got some nice games on that Commodore 64, that might be an interesting one to see if I can pick up somehow one of these days.
He just can go in the water, he thinks. Sister Quest. Got a bad guy.
Oh, headbutt, huh? Gotcha.
He's son.
It's the shores of the Margate Coast, I swear. Yeah, really? You know what? Yeah, it actually is.
You're going to be dripping wet.
Don't worry, I'll dry off, I'm sure. It's $50 on Amazon. It has 64 games. Nice. Commodore 64, there you go. Yeah, see, the only problem is it's probably not going to have some of the games I would really be looking for, like the old Wizardry games. There was a couple. What other ones I played on there? There were a couple I played on there. I remember, because after the Aquarius, we did end up getting the Commodore 64. And there was a program you could buy for that one. I think it was on a 5.25-inch floppies. Where you can actually create your own game. It was some sort of game builder program, and it allowed you just to create sort of like a side-scrolling type of game. And I ended up
bounty detected. Initiating.
Oh frick! And I ended up making a Doctor Who inspired maze-like side-scroller game where you would play the Doctor. What?
Grandma has Doctor Who.
I know Grandma has Doctor Who.
I would want to get Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah?
I want to get a Doctor Who movie.
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll just see about that. Game is just a Guild Wars ripoff. Well, yeah, when you think about it, this is all the Kryta undead. Yes, Abs.
Daddy, what does Guild Wars look like, and what does it say on your shirt?
It says Defiance on my shirt.
And what does Guild Wars look like?
Guild Wars just looks like a game, Abs. It's just a game.
Just had bad guys in it.
It just has bad guys in it. Yep.
And you fight them.
Yes, I fight them.
And annoying animals.
Yes, it has annoying animals like devourers, Abs.
Seriously, Biggie. You need to do a flip again with them fighting. Those bad guys.
Alright, so I need their body parts. Where are these reanimated warriors, though? Is that... it might be that... Is it that circle over here? Yeah, oh my god, yeah, never give her access to time travel. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there they are, okay. I still need one more cultist, okay. Yeah, it's like giving Deadpool access to time travel.
Can you go in the water again?
Alright, so we got that done. But yeah, that Doctor Who game I had, it was sort of like, it's sort of like a maze game. You had to travel through, like you could do each level, and then you could set where each level was, and they could be all interconnected. And then of course I had Daleks in there, so you would fight the Daleks, and you would animate the Doctor. You would have like death animations and the Daleks exploding, and you would animate all their movements, all their weapon fire. And then, of course, obviously, you would set up, each level on how you would get through the level. And it was actually fun to do that. And then I started playing through it, and I kind of liked it until I got to the one level that I made that was essentially the game killer. And it was a level where you had to go through almost like the Donkey Kong type girders. Like if you looked at the old Donkey Kong with the girders that you would hop up and on. Except, of course, the girders were walls and stuff, so you'd run around the walls. So they would have openings, and you would have to work your way... Stop, I'm talking. Stop. My God, with the trolling. Abby the Troll, ladies and gentlemen. As always, our special guest star. Our special guest star, Abby the Troll. All right, let's go get a cultist here. But I got to this level, yeah, and when I was making the level, I said, okay, let's do something that's a little bit more difficult, a little bit tricky. I wanted to do something a little tricky on this level. So what I ended up doing was that as you would go through a doorway, there was the possibility that a door would close and lock behind you. And there was no way to get back. So I had several of these doorways set up on the level, and there was only one path to get through that level and continue on with the game. The problem was, if you got into a part to where a door locked on you, that was it. You couldn't go anywhere else. You were locked, and you essentially had to start over. And so, of course, I would do my play testing. I'd go through. So I got to this level, and I knew, obviously, I knew what the pathway was. I knew what the pathway was, but, I was just fooling around a bit. And by this time, and this wasn't like one of the earlier levels, it was like a mid-level. So you were already, you already had some time put into the game to get to that point. And so I was fooling around just to make sure, like the running through the doors would work. You'd run through the door and it would lock behind you. So I did that, and then I realized the one door I had run through to make sure it was working locked me into a room that I couldn't get out of. I'm like, well, this sucks. I can't do anything else. I got nowhere else. I can't get out of the room. It's like, well, that was terrible level design.
Then you should have gone there.
Well, I didn't know at the time. I thought it was a good idea, and it turned out to be a piss poor idea.
You didn't know it locked behind you.
Well, I did know it locked, but I made a poorly designed level.
You did,
And that was it. I was done at that point. I was like, nope. I raged quit my own game.
you go in the water again?
No, I'm not going to go in the water again. I got stuff to do.
You go in the water when you're done fighting.
Yeah, when I'm done fighting. See if I can get... Oh, you bum.
He almost got you.
My God, I can't get over here without having to kill everybody. See, that's definitely a Guild Wars ripoff. You can't walk 5 steps without having to fight something. So I gotta light this fire here. Light the cultist fire. Alright. I can't use it right now. Well, I lit it. Oh, I see. I gotta light another one. Got ya. All right. There we go. All right, let's go light this one. I guess I gotta have all 3 of them lit up here. There we go. There we go. Start Prophecies in Guild Wars 1. Liked it a lot. Nice. Yeah, Guild Wars 1 is probably my favorite game of all time. Guild Wars 1 is definitely my favorite MMO of all time. But I think it has to, out of all the games I've played in my
Now can you go
35 years of gaming right now, Guild Wars is probably the it's got to be my top game. Ah, crap. I mean, it's the one game I've played the longest, the most consistently.
Daddy,
I'm not listening to you right now, Abs. I'm fighting.
Listen to me in a minute.
God, I would just love to run. Well, I probably could run through here, but just run back to Norma. All right, here we go.
Now can you go in the water?
No, I don't need to go in the water.
One more time?
All right, fine. I'll go in the water one more friggin' time, Abs.
Yes. And go out to the deep water.
Well, I'll see how far out I can go. I don't think I'm going to be able to go too far out here.
Why?
Because it's the edge of the map. Yeah, see, that's as far as I can go. That's not, well, that's actually kind of a fair distance.
Because you went underwater. Can you
Going
find...
to try to get the Hall of Monument points to get the Black Widow Spider for GW2. Nice. Yeah, yeah, as much as I... Ooh, what's over here? As much as I...
It's ice water.
No, it's just regular water. What is this? Ancient idol. Oh. Oh, it's a mission. All right. The idol of Nergal. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and take the idol. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. Leave the cave. All right, this ought to be interesting. Of course. Here we go.
You have a boy or girl person.
Oh, well, that's convenient. I have to go to Norma's bonfire and destroy the idol there.
Daddy, do you have a boy or a boy person?
It's a boy person.
I was wondering it could be that.
But, yeah, as much as I love Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2 is just, I've no interest in... Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? I never did fight Father Appleby, did I? Go fight him real quick. That's who I fought. Yeah, I fought him. Yeah, I didn't go down far enough to fight Father here. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they left Guild Wars 1 to rot in favor of Guild Wars 2. Not that Guild Wars 2 overall is a bad game. In fact, Nader can speak. Yeah, she's played Guild Wars 2, so she can speak more on to Guild Wars 2 than I ever could. But, yeah, I just... After they announced Guild Wars 2, I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm excited for Guild Wars 2. It'll be cool to continue on a more modern version of the game. But then, as as more and more development time was spent on it, and they released more and more information on what they were doing, this and that, I'm like, it's not Guild Wars. It's not the Guild Wars game I'm looking for. So like I said, I mean, I don't think it's overall a bad game. I just think Guild Wars 1 is better, and it's not...
Look what I did to your hair.
It's not the Guild... Oh, I know. You and you're messing with my hair again. It's not the Guild Wars 2 game I want to play at the end of the day.
Oh, you silly daddy.
So yeah, that's one game is just... And I'm willing to try just about everything, but nope. I just, no interest whatsoever of doing Guild Wars 2.
Well, now,
I'll stick with my classic Guild Wars 1.
But I reckon you ain't much in the mood for hospitality either, am I right?
Oh, I could use a drink right about now.
Not a big talker, eh?
So what is
I'm used to that from a
the
surly
brand
husband, and
of
kids
that
more
biggie?
comfortable with kicking a ball around and
then
having
what
a
is
conversation with their
girl
ma.
person?
Well, you
Name's
do tend to
Norma.
go on,
Norma Creed.
Norma.
Raised a family up here before this dungeon thick fog came took 'em is my story. Helen sent you
holding
over to
bricks.
check on me, I reckon. Now, your concern is wicked kind, but I don't need any pitying. I got my shotgun, I got what's left of my wits. I'll manage.
Can you open up her sleeve?
Now,
No.
this hullabaloo began after the Lady Margaret came back. My husband Larry, the others, we all thought that they'd
Go
gone
ahead
missing
and
out
kill
there.
her.
But the sea took them.
Fight her.
They came back. Whole town could finally breathe again. But
Is
then
she a
came that
good
fog,
guy?
like it was following them back to shore. 'Twas right, said they, such birds to slay, that bring the fog and mist.
She's a
Don't
good
ask me
guy,
where I got that from.
Daddy.
Probably heard it on Oprah.
Daddy, fight her.
Never got to ask
No,
Larry
I
about
don't
what
need to
happened in
fight
those
her.
Weeks they were gone.
So she's not annoying
Been around
you.
gift horses long
Yes.
enough not to look 'em in the
She
mouth.
just likes to
Who's
talk
that?
a lot.
Thought life would go on the way life goes on, one day at a time. When the fog lifts enough to see the Lady Margaret laid up in the harbor, covered
Oh,
in
they're
red
talking about the
seaweed,
boat. Okay.
I always wonder if he'd still be here if I had.
Oh, Daddy.
Alrighty. Boy, this is a nice long quest too. My God. I don't think she has anything else, right? You never stop coming, right? All right, good, good. Okay. So we must investigate the good old Lady Margaret. There we go.
Can you lift her up?
No, I'm not going to lift her up. Yeah, cranky about Guild Wars 2, and understandably so. Yeah, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just not... To me, it's not the continuation of Guild Wars I wanted to see. You know, and the thing that got me was was really the overhype. You know, and that's what really started to annoy me. Was them overhyping everything? You know, the whole manifesto. You know, that was them shooting them, basically putting their mouths in their foot. Was that manifesto?
That was disgusting. I would.
Oh, I gotta open these things up. Maybe upgrade some weapons here. Because like the way they were talking up dynamic events, I'm like, no, there's no way you're gonna be able to get them to work that way. There's no way, because you can't interfere. You know, you can't have an event that's going to change something that's going to interfere with somebody else coming in and doing quests and stuff like that. And they finally did the part of that dynamic event idea that they were doing when they did the living story. And they finally started doing the living story, and they destroyed Lion's Arch and all that stuff. That kind of permanent change. Well, that's what they were talking about for dynamic events and stuff like that. And I knew they were never going to be able to do.
Is that food? Go over and say.
But the one thing that I think it was Colin who ended up saying, you know, we took everything you loved about Guild Wars 1 and brought into Guild Wars 2. And I sat back, and when I heard him say that, and I sat back, because I was, whatever video that was on, one of their hype videos, I sat back when I was watching that video, and I'm saying to myself, no, you didn't actually. It's like you took, like, everything I loved about Guild Wars 1 is not in Guild Wars 2. There's absolutely nothing I loved about Guild Wars 1 that is in Guild Wars 2. No instance areas, no henchman and hero system, no dual professions, no, no monks, no dervish, no ritualist, no assassin, you know, all these different professions, all this other stuff that made Guild Wars 1 so unique and enjoyable to play. It's not there. So I at that point I was just like, no, come on now, guys. Come on now. Yard sale? Whose yard? Oh, what we got over here? Hold on a second. Let's go see what we got here.
Yeah, I've been trying to.
Oh, look at that. There's an old system for you. Old boombox. Oh, look at that. Oh, I had one of those. I had one of those guys right there. Oh, fax machine. Yeah. That actually does look like my fax machine, too. Oh, my God.
What?
That TV right there. That TV right there looks exactly like the TV I got over here behind my monitors. Holy crap. That looks exactly like the TV I got down here in the basement. Get the hell out of... Is this my house? I'll make sure this isn't my house here.
A bunch of apples.
Yeah, there's some apples there.
Yum. A whole bunch of yummy
But
apples.
that actually almost looks like my old IBM PCXT monitor. It's not. There's a little. It slopes a little bit more in the back. It's like it's a little bit longer, and it slopes back towards the back of it. But if that isn't close to being the IBM PCXT monitor.
This is how long to get to Rainbow Bridge.
Abs, we can't get to Rainbow Bridge.
Because Molly's died.
Yeah, Marley died, and he went to the Rainbow Bridge.
Animals that died go to the Rainbow Bridge.
Yes, animals that die go to the Rainbow Bridge.
We're just going to have to remember how many times we played with
Yeah,
Marley.
we're just going to have to remember Marley as he was.
He's in his brain, so we know.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, whoever. He has a weapon. I stole fireworks.
Don't know what that was, but I don't think I want to find out either. A light in the sky. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, take. Set off the first signal flare. Okay. Oh, well, that was pretty.
It was a firework.
Yeah, it was a little firework. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, here comes the over aggro. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, here we go now.
It's not good, Dad. Just stomp on him or something. Just kill him.
All right, relax, Abs. I got him. Oh, there it is. All right, I gotta get this guy. Oh, shh. This is what I was afraid of. Holy Moses. Yeah, I survived. I managed to survive.
It's kind of getting... Ooh, another mini firework.
Yep.
You go back in the water.
I have to go over here. I thought I had to go over here for something.
You're back in the water.
I guess I gotta finish this mission first now.
You went back in the water.
Yeah, I went back in the water. Really? Alright, obviously I'm just gonna have to kill you too.
You gonna jump into the water? Don't kill him, jump into the water.
Lou! Heh.
Nice, Daddy. You're so good.
Oh my god, how many flares do I have to set off?
Jump! But good getting away from the two toucans.
Oh, there are far too many of these things. What the hell did I get myself into here? Spam flares like in Guild Wars, I know.
Daddy, fight the other ones.
No, I don't want to fight all of them. I actually have to get ready to go here. I still have my 100 Days of Gaming stream to do. Oh, Jesus, here we go. Oh, look! Oh, I got allies. Thank God. Jesus. Thank you. That was getting a little hairy there.
Wait a couple more.
Come on. Oh, come on.
3 more, Daddy.
Oh, there it is. All right, let me.
Can you fight 3 more? Can you fight 3 more, Daddy?
Abs, I'm going to fight only what I need to fight here. Okay. Defeat the angered warmonger. Holy hello.
Oh God, Dad, that is the biggest ever. He's gonna pinch you.
Oh, we got him. Wow, that's ugly. Jesus.
That is stupid.
Okay, Control R. We'll collect that.
That was so stupid.
No, it was, that was ugly. Oh, there's the Lady Margaret. All right, I gotta make my way over there. Let me make my way over there, and we'll call it a day here. Is that the fog? I guess that's the fog. Yeah, that's the fog. Ooh, it's Thank God I got magic bullets like Guild Wars 2. See, that was another thing about Guild Wars 2. The whole engineer thing is like, nope, 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 nope. I play a fantasy MMO for the swords, the armor, and the magic. I don't play it for technology. And then their whole concept of, well, this faction of the Char has given up magic. They're going to work on technology. They're going to use technology to fight magic. Yet, every single piece of their technology works like magic. It's like, come on, man. It's like you can't come up with this concept of technology versus magic if your technology is going to behave exactly like your magic behaves. It fails. It might as well be magic. It's magic with a different skin is all it is.
Dad, go into
So that I think that was the final straw for me. The last thing for Guild Wars 2. It's like no. Because I still remember when they came out with the engineer, and they did one of the promo videos for the engineer showing some of his skills and stuff, and he had I think it was glue shot. I think the original, I don't know if it ever made it into the game or if it's still in the game or if they redid it or something like that, but it was glue shot. So it was essentially, he had the gun, he'd shoot out this sticky stuff, and it was a CC, a crowd control thing. And every time I watch that video, I just said, it's a snot gun. It's a snot gun. He's shooting snot to make people get stuck. So that's what it became for me. It just became the snot gun, and I was on the forums raging. It's like this engine, it's just stupid. It's like I had this whole battle with people on the forums. It's like you can't have technology versus magic. If your technology is going to be like magic, this and that. And I said this snot gun is just absolutely ridiculous.
I hated that.
Oh, I mean, it drove people nuts. They're like, what are you talking about snot gun? It's like, oh, this thing, that thing. It's like snot gun. And I think it caught on a little bit with the other detractors, because but it was like, no, forget it.
That was so idiot.
Well, at that point, I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm not playing Guild Wars 2. Forget it.
Ugh.
All right, there we go. Enough of my raging on Guild Wars 2.
That was disgusting. I hate it.
Oh, yeah, it was disgusting. All right, little one. It was disgusting.
I would hate it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you would hate it, all right. Yes, you would.
I would shoot that. I would get one and shoot at you for calling Marley sausage.
Really?
Hee.
Well, Marley was a sausage.
No, it
But he
wasn't.
was our little baby puppy sausage.
He
He was a good sausage.
Marley's a good little sausage who got sick.
Yeah, Marley just got sick, that's all. Anyway, that'll be it for us for today. Nice little stream there. Actually went longer than I had originally anticipated or planned, but hey, it's all good. We're making some progress in Secret World here, and we'll be back again, I think at some point next week. Or this coming week. I think next week, right? Or something. I got Secret World planned for the rest of the month anyway, to play as often as I can. So Thank you for the follow, Nick45. Of course, thank you for hanging out with me, Finola, and Cats, as always, a pleasure. Taz, thank you for the host and lurking away, and everybody else who was lurking away today. Much appreciated. Don't forget to follow the channel if you want to show some support, because follows are free, and follows are always appreciated, like my lurkers are. Oh, thank you for the follow, Finola. Much appreciated.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope to see you again soon. Like I said, I have my weekly schedule down below the live stream window. I should be updating that probably later tonight or tomorrow morning. So keep an eye on that for when we get back here to Secret World Legends. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this in at least weekly for the rest of the month. And try to level up a little bit here as much as possible.
Glasses again?
What? What glasses? What are you talking?
On your poster.
Oh, I do have. That's right. I do have glasses. Hold on. I got. I don't. How do I? Oh, I can't turn around.
Do something to turn around, baby.
Here, I can log out. Then you can see. There we go. I don't character select. There we go. But yeah, thank you, and always a pleasure to talk classic gaming and classic computer systems too. So yeah, much appreciated, and of course rage on Guild Wars too. I can always I'm always up for that every once in a while as well. But thank you, everyone. We'll be back in a little bit on Channel Real Millennium Group for our Extra Life fundraising 100 Days of Gaming. And, yeah, and then tomorrow, EverQuest, and the rest of the schedule whenever I get it up. So thank you, everyone. Much a pleasure. I'm going to run my outros here and see if I can host somebody from Royale Streamers here. I doubt anybody's playing Secret World Legends, although it would be nice if they were. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to run the outros, then we'll be back. I'm going to host somebody really quick and then go start dinner.
Can you pull down the pants?
No, I can't pull down the pants. Forget about it. This child, my God, that's worth another troll. I mean, she trolled me good today. But thanks for watching, everyone. I am BJ Waller. Until next time, I will see you
in game.
There you go. I will see you in game. Yes, we'll be back in a little bit to help sick kids get better. And everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend, as much as there is left in the weekend today. Like I said, I'm going to host somebody really quick after the outros.
What did Cat have for dinner?
I don't know what Cat had for dinner.
He didn't tell